I have been doing research for the last 25 years. I'm enjoying it. I've been working in a number of areas, starting from so-called web engineering that deals about the web application development, and then the other current topics such as cloud computing, Internet of Things, and also what is called as a green IT or green computing, which talks about how the IT and computing, which has transformed the world in many areas, how it could be embraced for improving the sustainability of environment. That how we can use IT to address climate change, how we can improve the sustainability of our living. So the areas are all current and emerging. So for example, cloud computing enables one to use a centralized computing resource like electricity or telephone for computing purposes. So it makes computing more affordable and also more widely available. So doing research in these areas and then addressing the problems that need to be addressed enables you to become a world leader in those areas. So you can really change the world, address the problems that need to be resolved. So those are my areas of research that I have been involved in the last 20 years. I enjoy it. I'm sure those of you who have an inquisitive mind can also do research and then help the society, help the society in embracing the technology for the benefit. What is exciting about the research is that you are trying to use the technology to address the human problems, the societal problems. For example, I have been involved in some work that has given rise to a lot of innovative findings. For example, using the IT to address the problem, how do you reduce the pollution? How do you reduce the carbon dioxide emissions that goes on increasing it? And similarly, how you can apply the so-called the concept of Internet of Things to address the problems, how we can make the house smarter, how we make the manufacturing smarter. So basically what is exciting is that you are working in an area that tries to address the real world problems. So for example, and also when you write about what you have found, then many people read about it and then comment about it, and that increases your profile and you get real enjoyment that so something what you have done is liked by others, and they also start working on that area so that it makes a cumulative effect in improving the society in terms of the application of the technology sense. And you really feel that when you publish a paper based on your research work and that is widely accepted, recognized, your profile increases it. So there is personal benefit, there is a societal benefit in working on problems or working on the research areas that is of immense importance and relevance to us. We work with, say, master's degree students who do research or a postgraduate students. And also recently we started working even with undergraduate students. They do research projects. So basically the research projects is unlike the practical project wherein they work on the known technology, they apply and then try to make things work. The research-based project looks at that they do a preliminary research study. What is the problems in a particular area and what has been done. A preliminary study, even undergraduate student do it. So I have worked with the students on the undergraduate level, that is in the age group of 20 to 25, and also those who have completed the graduate studies and then doing the master's and PhD. So I have used it, and also I worked with people from industry as well, so in a range of areas. Many of my graduate students who did research, either at the undergraduate level or at the postgraduate level, has gone in many different directions. Some of them gone to industry and then worked on new developments, and some have gone to educational institutions, they become academics, and also they become researchers. And those researchers helping the other researchers to continue the work. And some have gone to, say, in the publishing as well. So writing the books, publishing it. So they have gone to many different areas. One of the advantages of doing research is that it expands your area. You look far ahead of others. You try to look at what is there in the future, how the technology could be used in future, if not currently. So basically, you are forward-looking in the direction. So the doing research at many different levels helps you to enlarge your horizon and also to look at the things in a way different from what some others will look at it. There are a number of areas. Suppose if you are working in the, for example, networking, and there is an emerging topic or a field called Internet of Things. That is a hot topic. That is a major, say, game changer in the area of IT and computing. So that is another area you can work in. There are a number of issues that need to be addressed. Say, for example, we are connecting computers now. And now when you start connecting many devices like your fridge and microwave, lights, and the issues are going to be different. You are not only that much larger devices, much larger number of devices you are connecting it, but the way in which you connect also is going to be different. So if you are networking area, then that is a potential area of research. And there is also in the cloud computing area, still there are many issues are yet to be resolved. Say for example, if you are working in you are interested in security, then how do we improve the security and privacy in the case of cloud computing? That's another area of research. So depending upon where you are, whether you are network area, whether it is a computational, or even you can totally think in a totally different way, the computing as we use it today is based on the traditional computing paradigm that was developed, say, 30, 40 years ago. You can totally think in a totally different way. What is a radically new, different ways of computing? Say bio-inspired computing, nature-inspired computing. So you can go totally a different path in a tangential way, looking at things that you can learn from nature and apply to new areas. Those are some of the new emerging areas. You can apply it. The field is vast open. So depending upon what's your interest are, whether networking, computing, security, there are many areas of research you can involve in. And there is a large potential scope for further research in many of the areas. And still, although there has been a lot of progress in computing in the last 25 years, there are many areas that still need to be, say, researched and also harnessed for applications in many different new areas. There are a lot of opportunities available for research. So as I said earlier, either you are an undergraduate level or a postgraduate level, and you can contact me or my university, and we can take you further on that. Depending upon your interest, we can find a niche area that we can work on. And also you can look at the magazines, some of the publications, including Computer Society magazines, to look at what is the current trend. And also in those magazines, we discuss the areas of importance. So you can choose an area that is of importance to you, and you can look at the researchers. And also in these publications, you can look at that who are doing research in a particular area and pinpoint who you'd like to work with him.